Scanning the room.
Hey, I'm Steph Castiel, student at Williston State College, and today I'm going to be doing IV piggyback. And so I have gone into my client's room and had already made sure that her IV was going, and it is, which indicates that her IV line is patent and there's no problems there. And so I've explained to her what I was going to do, and now I'm back in the bedroom, going to do hand hygiene and check my MAR with the provider's orders. So I've got Shirley Coast 51464, and she has running now the sodium chloride 1000 mils at 100 mils an hour, and the order is for the ceftriaxone 1 gram IV administration in 250 mils of sodium chloride to infuse over 60 minutes, and I've got that. All right. So I'm going to do a medication check, and for video purposes, this is 250 mil bag. And so this is the ceftriaxone, 250 mils, and sodium chloride. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get everything ready. And hygiene. And put gloves on. And the IV bag looks good. And I'm going to go ahead and label. Make sure this is okay. Label it on the back. So the ceftriaxone 1 gram, 250 mils, infused 250 over 1 hour. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and take my gloves off. Video purposes, I'm leaving them on. Did hand hygiene and got my supplies. Now I'm going to go into my client's room. Hey Shirley, hand hygiene, new gloves. Can you verify your name and date of birth, please? And are you allergic to anything? Codeine and promethazine. Okay, that's perfect. And so for video purposes, we have the IV main being line going into the garbage. It would be hooked up to our client. And so this is running, and I'm going to get my medication ready and do one more check. And then I'm going to get my IV line ready. I'm going to make sure this is closed all the way. I'm going to go ahead. This. Now I'm going to go ahead and prime my line. So I'm going to make sure I fill this halfway. undo this slowly so it primes, because this is medication, and so I want to make sure that medication is not wasted at all. So go ahead and find the line still. I'm going to keep this sterile. I'm going to go ahead and clean this port for 30 seconds. Make sure that's going. And open this up. Now I'm going to set up my pump, so I'm going to push B because it's going to be a piggyback. And then we're going to page down so I can find my medication. And mils per hour. And the rate we're gonna do 250 mils per hour. And we're also gonna do 250 because we want the whole bag to be done. Oh, whoops. See what I did there. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and push start. And the blinking lights, this one stopped, this one's going, which is good. And I'm gonna go ahead and stay with my client for about 15 minutes just to make sure that she's taking the medication good. She doesn't have any adverse effects, reactions to it. Do my IV line. How you feeling, Shirley? Well, you'll feel a little bit better after this medication, I hope. And so I'm going to stay in your room and do some documenting, and I will document, you know, the time that the medication started, stopped, how the client is taking the medication, and then I would come back about 10 minutes before the medication was to be infused, just to make sure that it was still going and it's all being infused in.